Friday Night Blitz is brought to you by Precision Power Sports and Northwoods Pets. Your Blitz starts now.
Welcome on in another edition of the Friday Night Blitz. And hey, had some technology issues, no big deal. Opening with big old fish, it's always a dream of mine. But hey, let's move on. And in the wise words of Jim Mora, we're talking playoffs. And yes, we are. The girls basketball regionals keep rolling on. And my guy, Griffin Stroin, took the trip down to Merrill. A big game between Lakeland Union and Merrill, but we had to wait a while to see these two face off.
Yeah, these two teams were supposed to face on earlier in the year, but that game didn't happen. So tonight in the playoffs was our first matchup between the Blue Jays and Thunderbirds. It's the classic saying, survive and advance. Winner moves on to the regional finals. We're going all the way to second half here. Inbound play here, and Prela Pian drills the three, even with the shot clock going off in the background. Blue Jays are up 12 with under 5, but Lakeland isn't quitting yet. Jolie Kohler with the bank. It's good. It's for 2. And then later, it's Juliana Wieman. She's shooting from deep, nails it, but it was too little, too late. Merrill here is going to break the press beautifully. Look at the passing. The ball only touches the floor once, and then the two finished layup. Blue Jays win this one 72-58. But who would they face next? The winner of this game between Medford and Mosinee. Very first play of the game, Mosinee is going to get it inside here to Kate Fitzgerald, and then she puts it in, and the foul. Great start for them. They're up 3. Later, though, for Medford, Rin Royce catches it at the top of the key and drives in for 2, but Fitzgerald responds yet again for Mosinee. This time, 2 from outside, nothing but net. Raiders are on the road, putting up a fight, and Marissa Frank is going to go get the ball top of the key, drives, takes it strong, the lefty layup. Medford takes down the number 1 seed Mosinee, a big-time upset, 55-52 the final there.
Headed over to Crandon now, a rematch with Gillett. Cardinals hoping to walk all over them, but the Tigers were trying to claw their way back into this game, zipping the ball around, and Aubrey DeBach down low, fighting her way through traffic, gets the friendly roll, and Gillett is within 6, but Crandon's got some fight in them. Maddie Stamper hits the spin button and draws the foul, a 3-point play just like James Naismith intended. And then the Cardinals would seal it later on. Stamper drops a dime to Ava Neelitz, and Crandon would survive a scare. Cardinals win 54-49. But who will the Cardinals play? Coleman versus Leona Wabino. And let's go very first half. Rebels, they're trailing early, but showing a little bit of life. Elizabeth Crosby splitting the D. She's good off the glass. They're down just a couple, but Coleman would extend their lead. Cameron Comp collects and fires. Grab your toast, because this shot is butter. And the Cougars go up by 7, but you cannot fall asleep on defense. Kaylin Larick, wide open 3, she's got it, and the Rebels would get the win at home, 38-37, a nail-biter. Three Lakes hosting Florence. The Blue Jays already had a big lead when we pick up in the second half. They kick it out to Carly Weaver, and the lefty is going to pull up and drain the 3. Florence, though, they kept on fighting. Leah Young dials up from long range for a triple, but Three Lakes was too much, and they're going to have some great ball movement and get it inside to Molly Grzinski, a short post-up jumper. Very next possession, they're going back inside. Guess who? Sarah Grzinski this time. She gets the bucket and the foul. Three Lakes goes on to win big, 76-33.
Now some other regional games around the area. The Antigo Red Robins will march on. They beat Seymour 52-36. And then a battle of the birds. Athens beats Newman Catholic by 20, 73-53. Then finally in Wausau, DC Everest falls short on the road against Wausau West. Warriors are moving on 51-42. So a very exciting night in girls basketball. A few updates there, but we've got even more incoming. So don't you dare think about changing that channel. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Phillips has dominated this season, but anything can happen when it comes to postseason basketball. I mean, you play the game for a reason, right, Nate?
Oh, of course. And you know, on paper, this game shouldn't really have been close, but it went down to the wire. Shatek Weyerhaeuser coming to Phillips to face the Loggers. And let's go all the way to the start of the second half. Phillips is up 44-28, but the Bulldogs came out barking. Arr, arr. Madison Haas drains the triple, But hold your horses, the Loggers are 14-1 on the season for a reason. Casey Egerbrecht drives into the lane, finishes off the glass. By the way, she's a freshman. Loggers kept on rolling. Casey's sister Jada gets a huge block on one end, then finds Rachel Callow in transition for the easy deuce. Just a few minutes later, the Loggers again turning defense into offense. Jada finds Casey for the layup. The Loggers roll into the next round. They win 82-73. Heading on over to Prentice now, where the Buccaneers take on Rib Lake. First half, the underdog Rib Lake squad, they're up 20-10, but Prentice starting to climb their way back. Keandra Hartman nails this three, and remember that spot, folks, because just a few possessions later, another skip pass, another 3 points from Hartman. Buccaneers now down by 20-16, and they'd keep their run going a few minutes later. Carissa Harding finds a cutting Mallory Burkaw. Prentice would go up 25-20. That's a 15-0 run. So game over, right? We can all head to bed, correct? Wrong. Let's go to fast forward all the way to the end of this game. Rib Lake girls up 56-54, 4 seconds left. Inbounds play for Prentice. Keandra Hartman dribbling, finds her spot after a screen, and no good at the buzzer. Rib Lake wins 56-54, and they advance. The Prentice season is over.
Now, we showed you a lot of girls' games, which makes sense. They're in the playoffs, but there were still some boy teams in action. Their playoffs will begin next week. In Tomahawk, the Hatchets beat Crandon 41-61. Leona Wabino hosting Conference Foe White Lake. The Rebels run away with this one 97-66. And then in the Merrillwood Conference, Newman Catholic hosting Prentice. Buccaneers can't get it done on the road. Newman Catholic wins this one 66-49. The Bucks are coming off a loss against the Phoenix Suns in a very close game. Giannis was unbelievable. Reason why he's the back-to-back MVP. 47 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. But still, the Bucks lost to the Suns by 1 somehow, hoping for a better result tonight against the Jazz, but it got even uglier. The Jazz beat up on the Bucks, and Milwaukee has now lost 2 games in a row. Technically, the game's still going on, but it's practically over. Giannis had an average game for him. I mean, he is an MVP for a reason. Expect bigger things from him, but couldn't get it done tonight. Their record drops to 16-10 on the year, but somehow, some way, that's still good for second in the Eastern Conference, only behind the Philadelphia 76ers.
So we got to a ton of playoff games tonight, but we're just starting to scratch the surface, if you will. All the winners we saw tonight will be right back in action tomorrow. It'll be the regional finals all across the state. Plus, area wrestlers will hit the mat in hopes of claiming a state championship. And last, but certainly not least, Rhinelander and Lakeland Union will face off for the boys hockey sectional final. Both teams with a chance to make a little bit of history. Neither school has made it to state since the WIAA took over. So Griffin, we've got ourselves a huge day tomorrow. I hope you get some rest tonight, but I gotta ask you, what is really catching your attention tomorrow?
Oh, I am so amped for that hockey game. Rhinelander, Lakeland Union. So much is on the line between both of these teams. They're both super talented. It's going to be a great one.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. The Hodags, they've got Joe Schneider, Harlan White-Tusik. Lakeland's got Max Toyala, Tyler Gillich. They just got a lot of guys on both squads who can light up the scoreboard. And I've said it once, I'm going to say it again. Right now, there is nothing better than playoff hockey.
I'm with you. I cannot wait for that one. We'll be right back with highlights with that one tomorrow. And then, of course, the girls' basketball. Can't forget that. But that is all we have. Have a great night, everyone.